Some games are good, some are great, and then there's a select few that stand above the rest. But what makes a game perfect? Maybe it's the story, the gameplay, the characters, or maybe it's the indescribable feeling you get when a game totally becomes your obsession. Don't miss this video, because we've got 18 of those epic titles coming up, each earning a perfect 10. We're starting with the one everyone's been talking about lately. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 showed up out of nowhere and instantly grabbed attention with its unique style and blend of turn-based strategy with real-time dodging and aiming. It's tense, fast, and visually stunning. The story centers on the Paintress, who erases anyone of a certain age each year. You're part of Expedition 33, the last team before your number comes up. Your mission? Stop her. Characters feel real, carrying weight and purpose, designed with sharp, striking style. And yet, there's something about this one that just feels unique, fresh. This is the first game from French studio Sandfall Interactive. And what a way to mark your arrival. It's a game that's making waves for all the right reasons. If you've played it, let us know what you think. Okay, next we're looking at probably the greatest remake ever, Resident Evil 2. I replayed this one recently and it still feels incredible. The tension never fades. Raccoon City's dark corridors, the constant threat of zombies, and Mr. X, it hits just as hard now as it did on day one. Leon and Claire's stories pull you in with every desperate moment. Ammo's limited, every choice matters, and the controls feel tight and responsive, making you feel in control even when chaos is closing in. What nails it for me though is that gripping story, told through brilliant voice acting and top-tier facial animations.
I think your daughter needs help, sir.
Let's be honest, even with the games being a few years old now, the visuals are truly stunning, turning a classic horror tale into a cinematic nightmare. This one is polished, brilliant, and a true 10 out of 10. This next game surprised me actually by how great it is. Split Fiction takes the co-op chaos of It Takes Two and cranks it into overdrive. One player is a sci-fi gearhead drifting through neon cities, the other's a fantasy writer riding dragons through storybook worlds, and somehow it all blends together seamlessly. Mio and Zoe, two creators stuck in a surreal simulation, forced to team up as their realities collide. The gameplay constantly shifts. One moment you're solving puzzles with gravity mechanics, the next you're outrunning a giant boar made of paper. It's split-screen madness, but always tight and always clever. There's a real message underneath the spectacle, about creative ownership, burnout, even AI stealing ideas. Split Fiction is a hit, with millions of sales and pulling in enough hype to get a Hollywood film in production. It's bold, weird, and completely unfiltered, and that's exactly why it works. Metroid Prime Remastered is another remake that most games wish they got. It's like running into someone from school years later and they've somehow aged in reverse. Samus shows up looking better than ever, and the game still plays like a dream. The atmosphere? Untouchable. You're scanning ancient ruins, solving alien puzzles, fighting space pirates, and it somehow feels both quiet and intense at the same time, like exploring a haunted museum with a cannon for an arm. Jumping back into it in 2025 feels weirdly refreshing. No open world bloat, no objective overload, just pure, focused design that respects your time and your brain cells. Metroid Prime didn't need a remaster to be legendary, but it got one, and now it's basically immortal.
All we have to do is deliver a letter.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 doubles down on everything that made the first game so compelling. It's slower, more methodical, and completely unbothered by modern trends. And that's the point. You're back as Henry, now with a bit more experience, but still very much a blacksmith's son. The world is grounded in 15th century Bohemia. No magic, no dragons, just politics, religion, and steel. The map is twice as big now, packed with historically accurate cities and events that reflect real medieval life. Filthy, unfair, but also beautiful in moments. The attention to detail is obsessive, down to how you dress, how you clean your gear, and who you offend in a conversation.
Leave that door be.
This game stands out, not by being louder, but by being honest. Bloodborne hits like a nightmare you don't want to wake up from. Yharnam feels diseased and alive in the worst way. Twisting alleys, whispering mobs, and that constant sense something is deeply wrong. Combat demands aggression. No shields, no patience, just a trick weapon, a pistol, and your nerve. Every dodge, every parry, every counter hit matters. It's violent chess and fast forward. And then the tone shifts. The horror moves from werewolves and plague into something cosmic, something ancient. You're not hunting beasts anymore. You're staring into the abyss and hoping it doesn't stare back too hard. It still outclasses most modern action RPGs. From the sound design to the creature work to that unforgettable atmosphere, Bloodborne stays with you. One of the boldest games ever released. Mass Effect 2 is pure sci-fi swagger. It takes the best parts of the original, deep world building, great characters, and sharpens everything else. The combat feels tighter, the pacing's near perfect, and every mission has real weight. You're pulling together a crew for a deadly mission. Not side characters, actual people you care about. Thane, Garrus, Tali, Mordin. Every loyalty quest adds layers. You're not grinding them out, you're building trust. That final mission? Still one of the best in gaming. Decisions actually matter. Someone dies if you screw up, and it's your fault. Even in 2025, Mass Effect 2 holds strong, especially with the Remastered collection. It's the kind of trilogy that reminds you how good storytelling in games can be, without wasting a second. Elden Ring took the open world formula, lit it on fire, and rode off on a spectral horse. You're dropped into the lands between with no quest markers, no handholding, just instinct and whatever gear you scrape together. Every region feels deliberate. You think you've seen the map, and then it triples in size. One minute you're fighting armored giants in golden fields, the next you're deep underground, staring at a sky that doesn't belong there. The bosses hit hard and stay with you. Radon on his tiny horse, Millennia with her perfect poise, Mog bathing in blood, each one feels like a rite of passage. Elden Ring dares you to get lost, to suffer, to adapt, and somehow you come out the other side addicted. Persona 5 Royal is one of the best ever. It turns high school life into a stylish, high-stakes heist. You're a phantom thief, stealing hearts in a world that feels both familiar and bizarre. The characters are magnetic, from Joker's quiet cool to Morgana's endless sass. The story mixes dark themes with moments of humor and heart. Every day counts, and every choice changes how your crew grows. Royal remains a standout RPG that nails style and substance with flair. Let us know what you think if you've played it, and if you've watched this far into the video, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Super Mario Odyssey is pure joy packed into every jump, spin, and capture. Mario travels globe-trotting worlds filled with secrets and surprises, and Cappy adds a fresh twist by letting you take control of just about anything. Each kingdom feels unique, bursting with color and clever design that rewards exploration. The soundtrack? Instant classic. It's the kind of game that reminds you of why Mario still rules the platforming world. Fun, inventive, and endlessly charming. Probably the best Mario game ever for me, so that's why it earns its spot on this list.
So what's the plan?
Half-Life Alyx made VR actually cool instead of just a fancy sci-fi treadmill. You're stuck in City 17, fighting alien invaders while dodging flying headcrabs like your life depends on it. Because it does. The controls are so smooth you'll swear you've got superpowers. You could pick up literally everything, which means yes, throwing trash cans at enemies is still a legit strategy. It's basically Half-Life's return, but this time you get to feel like a wizard with a gravity glove. Just try not to accidentally smack your coffee off the desk. It's a shame many of you will never play this one because it's a VR game, but guys, try it if you can. It's a 10.
Look out.
Every shot count.
The Last of Us delivers one of the most powerful stories in gaming history. You follow Joel and Ellie through a world shattered by a fungal outbreak. But this isn't your typical zombie survival story. It's about survival stripped down to its rawest form. Trust, loss, and what people will do to hold on to hope. This one's even seen a TV show remake. It's that good. The characters feel real, with flaws and moments that cut deep. Joel's gruff exterior hides a desperate need to protect Ellie, while Ellie's tough yet vulnerable nature drives the story forward. Their relationship is the heart of the game, and every step you take feels heavy with meaning. Even years later, The Last of Us remains a masterclass in storytelling. It's dark, raw, and unforgettable. A game that sticks with you forever.
I know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
Night City hits different. It's a neon-drenched chaos where danger and opportunity sit side by side. The city's alive. Gritty streets, loud gang wars, and shady deals in every corner. You feel it when you walk through Watson or cruise the glitzy city center. The characters stick with you. Johnny Silverhand's fiery attitude sets the tone, but the side stories steal the show. People trying to survive in a world that's barely holding together. Combat mixes fast shooting, sneaky hacking, and parkour escapes. It's a wild ride that pushes you to think on your feet. If you've not played it, or its expansion Phantom Liberty, now's the time.
Plain and simple.
Jumping back into Horizon Forbidden West feels like catching up with an old friend who's been through some serious stuff. Aloy's journey continues, and the world around her isn't just bigger, it's alive in ways that surprise you. The landscapes go from gorgeous sunsets to treacherous ruins, each packed with machines that could turn you into scrap if you're not paying attention. Combat keeps that brilliant mix of sneaky traps, arrows, and explosive moments that never get old, and the story unfolds new layers. Old mysteries resurface, and the stakes get personal. Aloy fights for more than survival. She's chasing answers that hit close to home. Horizon Forbidden West strikes a rare balance. Stunning scenery, intense action, and a story that stays with you. Baldur's Gate 3 is that rare RPG that grabs you and doesn't let go. The world feels magical and unpredictable, kind of like a fantasy soap opera. The characters are wild, full of quirks, secrets, and moments that'll make you laugh or rethink your entire plan. Combat's turn-based, but it's far from boring. You've got to think on your feet, use the environment, and get creative with your spells and moves. It's like a chess match with dragons and goblins, and every win feels satisfying. If you love deep stories that hit hard and gameplay that keeps you guessing, Baldur's Gate 3 is a must. It's a wild ride you'll remember and one of the greatest RPGs ever created.
Have you seen this place? It's incredible.
A whole city block to carve your path.
Disco Elysium is unlike any game you've played. This detective RPG drops you into the shoes of a washed-up cop trying to solve a murder in a city teetering on the edge of collapse. But it's not just about solving crimes. It's a deep exploration of identity, politics, and the human condition. Your choices shape every aspect of the story, from how you interact with characters to the kind of detective you become. With its sharp writing, philosophical depth, and unique gameplay, Disco Elysium is a storytelling triumph that challenges you to think like never before. Considered one of the greatest RPGs of all time, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt places you in the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his missing ward, Ciri. But I'm sure you probably know that. If you haven't already played it, now's the time to check it out. You don't need to know the story of the first two games to enjoy it either. It's a tale of love, destiny, and war. Every quest, from the main story to the smallest side mission, is filled with depth and consequences. With its rich lore, morally complex characters, The Witcher 3 delivers an unforgettable narrative experience that sets the standard for storytelling in games.
I asked you a question.
Step into the boots of Arthur Morgan, an outlaw caught in the dying days of the Wild West. As a member of the Vanderlyn gang, you'll witness their rise and fall, all while navigating complex relationships and making choices that impact Arthur's fate. Red Dead 2 is widely celebrated as one of the best games ever due to its incredible storytelling, immersive world, and attention to detail. With some of the best writing and acting in gaming history, this is a story you'll never forget. Next, we have a classic entry from the Yakuza series, Yakuza 0. I've played a few of these, and this one for me has one of the most intense stories. I dove into Kiryu and Majima's worlds and got completely hooked on the characters, side quests, and wild combat. Yakuza 0 is a masterclass in blending drama and humor. Developed by Ryuga Gotoku Studio, it serves as a prequel to the original Yakuza game and delves deep into the backstory of series protagonists Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima. The game's world is one of the most detailed and immersive I've ever experienced, with a thriving city full of side quests, minigames, and vibrant NPCs. I've included this one because of its story. It's full of twists, emotional depth, and humor, with moments that'll make you laugh and others that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. The narrative is grounded yet absurd, a perfect reflection of the Yakuza world. This game not only introduced new players to the series, but also cemented Yakuza as a must-play franchise. In the nuclear wasteland of the Mojave Desert, Fallout New Vegas tells a story of power, revenge, and survival. As the courier, you're left for dead after being shot in the head, but your journey to uncover the truth spirals into a battle for the fate of New Vegas itself. The game's branching storylines let you align with factions, betray allies, or carve your own path to power. With its razor-sharp writing, dark humor, and world that adapts to your choices, New Vegas remains a standout in the Fallout series and one of the best RPGs ever made. Guys, hit that subscribe button. We have tons of amazing lists coming soon. Check out our next video, and we'll see you in the next one.